Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So good to see you all. Today we're going to be doing something. What? These guys are so annoying. Hold on one second. Super Saiyan! Anyways, sorry about that. Where were we again? Oh, right. I had to put the shield down, and then I need to say what I was going to say next. Right. Okay. Let's retry this. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So good to see you all. Today we're going to be doing something fun. I've been playing Wuthering Waves for over a year now, officially a year and a day, and I want to see what my account looks like with a full account review and putting my teams through the TOA so we can see what 1 year from a low spender, high investment time player looks like on this game. Let's get into it. So the first things first is that we were able to 30-star clear the entire Tower of Adversity. Hazard, Resonant, and Echoing Towers are all cleared. We've also gone on to the full updated Endgame mode with the Stable Zone, Experimental Zone, and the Overdrive Zone, and we were able to fully clear those as well. I was able to take out my new Zani team and clear out the Resonant Tower, the Overdrive Zone, my Jinchi, my Changli, and my Varina team went crazy with the dual DPSing, and the Overdrive Zone I was able to knock out with Carlotta, Zhe, and an iteration with a third DPS being Jing Liao and then Camellia on the back end. Alright, so now we're going to get into the fun stuff. Now we're going to put these teams on Showcase here so you guys can see what kind of damage I'm outputting with the stats that I've shown you. Right now, or rather I'm going to show you, I'm running my Zani, my Phoebe, and my Shorekeeper, which is her best in slot team. Jacona does have that Spectral Frazzle that she can do for the team, so people have been saying that it's pretty much on par with a Zani, Phoebe, and Jacona play, but I don't have her and I don't plan to pull for her because right now I'm saving all my pulls for Cartadilla / Fleur-de-Lis, and I know that right now with the current amount of pulls that I have a guaranteed 20 pulls away from a guaranteed Fleur-de-Lis, plus I also can guarantee her weapon, and S1 I can buy from the store, potentially S2 I can buy from the store, depending on how many pulls I will have at the end of everything, so I'm going to be saving for that. Long story short, you can see that my Zani didn't crit there very much. She only has about 54 crit rate, so it's kind of a struggle to get her to crit. But the good news about it is when she does crit, the boss's health is down to like 25% or less health. Like you could potentially one rotate her, and she's only at S0. She has no copies of her, and her signature weapon obviously she does have. I have Phoebe, but she doesn't have her signature weapon. So like both of these characters, I mean, it is a premium team. All three of them are limited banner characters that you have to pull for. But I mean, when you put them together, god dang, do the stars align. I mean, watch this right here. Watch how insane it goes. When everything goes right and I start critting, it's damage from another world. Like literally, look at that. Every single attack crit. That was insane. So my Zani team is becoming one of my personal favorite DPSs. She's creeping up there, man. Like, I love Carlotta. She's probably #1 still, but Zani is creeping up there more and more. Even maybe more so than the Jinchi and the Changli team. I'm not so sure right now. I don't know. But either way, Carlotta, she's going to be S6, so we know that this is going to be a little bit easier. I don't have her super hyper built with all the resonant skill buffs that I wish that I did in her echoes. But that's okay because she's S6, and she also has her premium team, which are all limited time units as well, unfortunately. So this game can be quite expensive and not necessarily free to play if you want to maximize the damage. But because of me getting super lucky, I was able to get her S6 in about 300 pulls. The damage that you're about to see right here is all because of dedication from taking out all of the 2.0 map and annihilating it as hard as I could, which I think this actually has glacial resistance, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know for sure. But that's all basically 75% of its health in one rotation, and you know that we've got plenty of time because we get all the way down to the 3-minute mark for 3 stars, and we're only at 45 seconds in and it's about dead. At this point, I'm just going for a victory lap because I probably could switch to Carlotta and annihilate it with its skill, heavy attack skill again, but you know, I wanted to do a full rotation because honestly, I like the big boom. I mean, Carlotta is insane. Her entire kit, from gameplay perspective to visual appeal, in my opinion, is just top notch and better than most games that I've ever seen, and or gacha games for that matter that I've ever seen. The feeling of flying around the map, zipping over the enemies, and just posing at the end of every attack like we did there, man, it's like another feeling. I love playing as her so much. Anyways, now we're going to move over to probably what's my favorite team right now, gameplay-wise, because this team is difficult as hell to master, and I even made a lot of mistakes because I was trying this over and over and over. I probably tried this like anywhere from the 40 to 50 range times. I was trying to get the perfect run, and because I was getting agitated and frustrated, I kept messing up the rotation so many times that I made a lot of executive mistakes. But I was able to pull it off, even though I made a few mistakes in here that I can clearly point out. I think it came out pretty dang awesome, and it's just so much fun watching. I giggle every time with so much happiness. I've been trying to dip my toes in the whole quick swap kind of forte thing because my favorite character is the perfect character for it. So I figured if I want to make characters from 1.1 viable, and lower, even 1.0 for that matter, I need to learn how to quick swap to keep up with these newer DPSs like Carlotta, where you don't need to quick swap at all. Zani, you don't need to quick swap at all, and you can just do massive damage, 50 to 75% of the monster's health bar in a single rotation for S0 characters is insane, you know? So keeping that in the back of my mind, I'm like, alright, if I can quick swap with those characters, I'm going to be able to keep up with that damage. See, like right there, I made an execute of Eric, so I should have done a heavy attack, then ult, then heavy attack into the rest of the combo. But that's okay because we had about half its health gone and we were about 1 minute in, so that meant that we were still relatively on par. A lot of the time I would have a lot of crits in the very beginning of the playthrough and I wouldn't get a lot of crits at the end here. So I was praying to the Lord. I'm like, please just give me an opportunity where I get a lot of crits here in the second half. And it felt like somebody was listening up there, because lo and behold, the next thing you know, we started critting. I mean, look at that. Bam, 352k. That's an S1 Jinshi going crazy. This is an S0 with her signature. Chang Li going crazy as well, although she's getting interrupted over there. And this is an S2 Verena, but S2 Verena doesn't even buff Spectro. She's purely just on her first like 2 or 3 sequences. Basically, is all just for healing. So it's like, this team is really, really good. I like this team a lot because Chang Li and Jinshi can switch together really, really well for quick swapping. And then Verena with her ult actually allows for Concerto regen off of Jinshi. So I always go to Verena, get her outro skill so I can get that like 50% amplification damage bonus. And then I also have the Concerto energy building up Jinshi's Concerto bar, so that way she can drop her skill and go freaking crazy, because the higher the bar is, the more damage she does. I mean, I'm already half full, look at that. So with the final few seconds here, you already know we're going to switch to Jinshi, and we're going to finish the job. Bada bing, bada boom, another 230k, and we got a 3-star clear with 1.1 units. Honestly, 1.0 and 1.1 units, because that was Verena too. So that's basically like as good as you can get. Even though there's 2 premium units on that team, they've been in the game since the beginning, so honestly it's not too hard to obtain. Now I know after those showcases you guys want to see my builds, so I'm just going to do a quick little run through. I'm not going to go too crazy in depth with the builds. I'm going to show the stats, I'm going to show all the echoes, the main weapons, the sequences, and then you guys can deduce what you want from that. But just know that I did put some pretty good investment into my characters. Like for instance, my Jinshi is S1. I saw that her S1 was really, really, really powerful. I tried to go for it on a 50-50, got lucky and got it. So it is what it is there. My Chang Li super built as a DPS, not even a sub DPS. I have her as a main DPS, and I use her kind of as like a sub DPS with Jinshi, because obviously Jinshi's damage is going to be so much higher. She has her signature, and she also is S0. We're going to be using this Verena right here, right? And we can see that Verena is, you know, built pretty much just to have her all up as fast as possible, because especially with a Jinshi team, she gets Concerto based off of coordinated attacks. So for me, the biggest priority was to make sure that she had enough energy recharge so that when it was time for her ult to be up, she was getting Concerto regen for Jinshi, so she could do her big bang for 2, 3, 400k, and it was all hunky-dory from there. Obviously, my Zani is going to be built super heavy into heavy attack, because that's where most of her damage comes from. She's got her signature weapon. Her stats for the echoes are as followed. And obviously, she is built with all 10-10-10s across the board. No sequences, S0R1. Phoebe here purely just for the pretty much her ult, gonna get as much as I can around that 130% energy recharge, and she has no signature. She's on her 4-star weapon right now, and then her set, obviously special fragile, just trying to make sure that I could get that ultimate as fast as possible, and then obviously 10-10-10 across the board, no sequences. It is what it is there. Moving on to my Carlotta, this is my pride and joy of my account. I put in the most investment trying to farm open world echoes along with the Tacit fields. We got her somewhat invested into the skill. I mean, there's only like 20-29%. Got our R1. We do have our echo sets as following. Obviously, our signature set with the resonant skill damage. We got 10s across the board again, and S6, because honestly, She was my favorite unit damage-wise, showcasing and even surpassing Jin Shi in the damage ceiling window. So I was like, man, this character is a lot of fun. I like the design, I like the charisma, and I just like the gameplay more than anything. I had to fully invest in her as much as I could. And then obviously over here, going over to Shorekeeper, you can see that her energy recharge is at 260%. She has her signature. Her echoes is the rejuvenating glow because it gives a little bit of attack to the team whenever you heal, and obviously just pressing your skill heals. And that's 0 because I don't really need any sequences on a, even though she's the best support on a support, it's just not really needed. Moving on over to my Jeje, you can see that she's not like super well invested. I kind of just put her on my team because I wanted her outro skill for the resonant skill buff and the glacial damage buff for my Carlotta specifically, but I do have her built on the Moonlit Clouds. No signature, and she is S0. Alright, let's move over to the exploration, because I'm sure you guys are very interested to see what it looks like when I've been putting in as much time as I have. I'm basically close to 100% across the board in Jinzhou. The only reason that I don't is because I was playing on mobile for the first 7 or 8 months until they introduced the game in 2.0 and they made it applicable for PS5. And I told myself that I wasn't going to go through that pain because literally the render distance on mobile, even with the graphics kind of cranked up to the middle section, not even on the highest setting, would put me in a situation where I wouldn't even be able to see anything past 2 or 3 feet. Like rabbits would disappear, everything. So it was insane. I was like, no way I'm going to sit there and try to go through that. And you can see once 2.0 dropped and it came out on PS5, I 100% did the whole map, made sure that I was thorough and got every single thing. Plus, they added a couple things to make it easier to search for things like chests. They made it so that way they all would be in one inclusive area, and you just have to find 5 chests to get all of them on the map. And I'm sure now everyone is going to discount this because I have an S6 Carlotta, and honestly, you're valid for that because I'm not out here struggling on, level 6. I'm just out here kind of creaming it within 1 to 1.5 minutes. But I did clear all of the tactical holograms, and it was done with my Carlotta team. So I pretty much have beaten Endgame at this point. I've done everything. All of TOA, all of Whimpering Waste, all the tactical holograms, pretty much all of the exploration. We've done it all pretty much. So that's what a 1.0 day 1 player who's been playing for a year almost consistently, I've missed maybe like 2 or 3 days maximum over the course of the entire year, would look like account wise, damage wise, and just in general what exploration looks like, character builds, so on and so forth. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I think we're done here. I think this note is all wrapped up. So I think it's time to let the bird take the message, drop it off to us 1 year from now, because you already know that we're going to be doing the exact same video in year 2 with all the new characters, all the new tactical holograms, and all the new exploration, all the new endgame if there is any, and we're going to be comparing it to year 1 and seeing what's different, what we've done since then. With that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you, and if you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, man, and leave a comment what you guys thought about the 1 year anniversary of Wuthering Waves, and any experiences you want to share as you played the game for the first year, from launch all the way to 2. Whatever it is now, 2.3 I think we're in. Alright guys, that's going to be the video. Thank you again for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Godman out.